What's not to love about views like this right out your front door? Good morning, guys, from Bahia de Los Angeles on Baja California, Mexico, the Sea Cortez side. Hope you're having a great day. Well, this is the second day of our journey here on Baja, and we're making a big push. So the previous video was San Diego to here. Today, we're not getting quite as early of a start, but we still have the goal of getting down the peninsula to uncharted lands for us that we haven't been to before. And also there's kind of that peace of mind of just get to the bottom to some degree, and then you can pace yourself back up.
Pretty much met all of our expectations that we had for staying out at Playa la Gringa. One thing that we realized on this trip is that when we came here with Nellie a few years ago, we didn't really have the confidence that we have now for going down dirt roads and off the beaten path so much. And seeing the road today and last night, we realized you could easily go down there with a two-wheel drive vehicle. Nellie could have made it down there. We met people down there with fifth wheels and travel trailers. So it's not a place to be deterred if you don't have four-wheel drive. A little bit of ground clearance will go a long ways.
In our video series of this journey down Baja, we would like to, I'll call it educate and entertain. So we're going to be incorporating talking points into every video. So it's not just going to be the truck stuff, the scenery stuff. It's going to be little tidbits of information that will help you on your own journey. Today, we're going to talk about eliminating your fears, being shaken down by a cop or the military checkpoints. Yeah, it can be a little intimidating, but once you get down here, you do realize it's not all that big of a deal.
One of the things we really enjoy about Bahia de Los Angeles is it is a quieter destination, like you can really come here and relax. And I think for us, part of that is being able to disconnect from the cell phones. It takes you to a whole new level of relaxation once you get past your first night of checking the phone 29 times. But just because it's quiet doesn't mean there aren't things to do here. Like you can go sport fishing, you come at the right time of year, you can see the whale sharks, the Baja 1000 racers come through here. There's an amazing swimming pool here in town at one of the hotels where you can stay for the day, enjoy beverages from their bar, they play good music, hang out in the hammocks. It's wonderful. So there's plenty to do here, even though it's on the quieter side.
Before we get back on the road, we'd like to visit with our friends Anna and Mancia of the little Mercado and Mariscos Bahia de Los Angeles, a little market and restaurant here. We met, 2017 when we were down here at our motorhome and kept in touch through social media and Facebook and all that. But it's just great being able to hook back up with people that you see in your travels. And one main common thing that Mencia and I have in common is fishing. And last time we had some fish in our freezer. Well, this year we sent Pops, when he came up and saw us in Alaska, home to San Diego with some fish. So we brought him about 4-5 packets of sockeye salmon.
Hey, the filter. Filter.
The filter? It's great seeing you guys. We're gonna grab some breakfast before we hit the road. Anna and Mancia are nice enough to get something going here. Well, if you're out of beer or one of my favorites, if you need ice cream, you can find it here. You can also get local caught shrimp, scallops. I love these little mercados. You may not find exactly what you want, but I guarantee you can find what you need. They have a hardware section, continues on over here. Plumbing parts. Not just a Mercado. Microwave. Like a miniature little Walmart all in one. Alcohol behind the counter. And they prepare food as well. Chorizo is very good. Mm.
Oye, ven, tortillas, flour, de corn.
Corn flour.
Mixed.
Yes.
Mixed.
Taking advantage of the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no cell phone service here, so Wi-Fi is necessary to make connections.
It is, and I'm just making sure everybody knows that we made it safely, and then I was checking our social media. People are asking some questions I need to answer.
Breakfast is served. Chorizo. And then we got a chihuahua down there. And then the salsa is caliente y muy caliente. Oh, I see you're food motivated, huh?
Yeah, I know how this works.
You're hungry.
Chorizo. It's like a Mexican sausage, and then you cook it with eggs. Definitely one of our favorites.
Okay. Bye. Muchas gracias.
Buena suerte.
Hasta luego, amigo.
Que le vaya bonito.
Until
Suerte.
then.
Que le vaya bonito. Suerte. Cuídense mucho.
We'll be back. We're making it a short stay in Bahia de Los Angeles, but we hope to come back here on our way back north. We're expecting to see some military checkpoints today, so when we find one, we'll see you there.
Watch out for these speed bumps, guys. They mean business.
I think they make it bumpy like this so people can't drive through it.
I know.
Ghost. Hola.
Hola,
Hola, buenos días.
buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Where are you going?
Guerrero Negro,
You come from?
Bahia de Los Angeles.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias. Well, that was our first military check point of the journey, and I guess it's a good time to talk about it a little bit. They're nothing to be afraid of. It's bumpy. Oh, thank goodness for the
Switch our
gimbal.
gas tank here.
Actually, yes. How many miles are we at?
312 and a half.
312 and a half? Okay. That little trip to Bay of LA taxed about 80 miles of our fuel, and we have 2 tanks. Normally we do all the running on this tank, but we're maybe 30 miles or so from Guerrero Negro, and it's not worth running out of fuel if you get air in the lines. It's just, you have 2 tanks, so use them. Here's our selector valve right there. And now we wait for about 3-4 minutes to make sure that the switch to the other tank went well, because we're stopped, we're here, and if it's gonna have like an air issue in the lines, I would rather be pulled off the road. So yes, these military checkpoints are nothing to be afraid of. We literally just did that fuel tank switch right there, just after it. And now back on the road behind a semi. What you need to realize about those checkpoints is they are there for all of our safety. They are not there to, harass you by any means. There are actually signs on the checkpoints there saying these folks should be showing you respect. And likewise, you should be very respectful from them because they're just young men and they have a job to do. They're looking for narcotics and guns. And more so on the northbound. That is definitely for sure. Because traffic, obviously, I hate to say it, heads towards the United States with a lot of those products. We've even heard of some folks who have cold drinks for the young men, and they like to give out their stickers and snacks. So just answer their questions. You don't need to be fluent in Spanish. A lot can be done with hand gestures. They may want to take a peek around your rig. Let them. We've never had any problems with them. The funniest experience we had was one guy, this was back when we had that giant motorhome. He came in and he went into the bedroom of our motorhome and proceeded to call his wife for about 5 minutes because he could not be on the phone while at the checkpoint. I guess we could have made it to that fuel stop. Oh, speed bump. Oh, goodness. I'm not kidding, guys. Mind those speed bumps. Those folks are on a real journey, and they even had their little dog in tow as well.
The military checkpoints are not the only times you'll be stopped along this road. There are also agricultural checkpoints here.
Oh my goodness, yep, speed bump, guys.
I didn't see that one.
I know.
Holy
so, yeah, we are entering Baja California. Sir, there are 2 states here. And they have a station up here. Well, we're not always too fond of it, but its purpose is to control invasive species. So they spray the undercarriage of your vehicle with pesticides when you are heading south. Oh, look at the nest up there on the right, guys.
That's huge.
Yeah, a lot of wildlife here on Baja. There it is, we are officially in Baja, sir.
And on mountain time. One of the interesting parts about this particular stop is that they ask you for a donation to contribute to their efforts. Not gonna lie, we kind of have mixed feelings about that. It does offer jobs to local people, but at the same time you're promoting them spraying pesticides all over your car, so.
But it is in a good effort. The intentions are good to stop invasive species because we live in a very global world. No.
20 pesos. 20 pesos.
20?
Perfecto.
Okay.
Okay.
Put that window up. Our fan is on recirculate.
Hold your breath.
Yeah, I'm not saying you gotta drive like a race car, but just get over it and get through it and move on. Ugh, and maybe don't put your windows down for a few minutes. Another bird's nest and big old speed bumps and a pothole. Oh, I love Baja. We are now approaching the town of Guerrero Negro. This is a pretty cool location because of what you can do here. There are whales, gray whales, that give birth to their calves in 3 lagoons on the Pacific side of Baja. And this is the northernmost lagoon. It's also called Laguna Ojo de Libre or Scammons Lagoon. We've stopped here before. We may stop on the way back, but we're not gonna stop now. I hope you like that little footage I put of it. But we are going to get fuel here. This town is a nice little resource as well because you can dump and fill your tanks. We have stayed at an RV park here, and you can also hit the grocery store and fill the fridge. And every meal we've had here over the years has been very good as well.
One of the really nice things about stopping for fuel in Mexico is that it is full service. So they pump the gas for you and they'll clean your windows.
Well, here's an organic teaching point of the day. And I suppose we should probably make sure that we check, but their card reader was not working. So we had to tap into 2,234 pesos of our cash that we had on hand, which it's not the end of the world because there's a bank up here, but still you want to make sure to carry cash because stuff like that can happen. And there's the bank. Perfect parking spot right there, honey. Good job.
Thank you. It's even straight-ish.
Mission accomplished, and thankfully ATMs have an English button, so it's easy for you to comprehend your transaction. Now it's time to get back on the road and continue our push south. You can't pass up, I don't know how much it weighs, but it is a giant bag of oranges for 100 pesos, or give or take somewhere around $5. Well, now is a good time to chat about corrupt police officers trying to squeeze a bribe out of you. You know, in the modern day of 2020, it really doesn't happen too much anymore on Baja. That's where I can speak to. But in my early day, the kind of the late 90s, early 2000s, very much so, you would get squeezed. And the technique was, oh, no receipt or receipt. Well, no receipt means he wants you to just resolve it on the scene, and receipt implies we go to the station, and that is a technique that can be quite intimidating to some folks. So you're faced with this personal dilemma, but they have really frowned upon it in the modern world. Do you just, kind of fuel the situation by giving into the bribe request, or do you hold your ground and help the greater cause of saying, no, this is not right? But if you did legitimately break the law, okay, go to the police station, correct the situation. I'm just gonna put that out there. Oh, this is the perfect opportunity. A local cop. But those are good people. They are there to keep all of us safe. What timing? So if you find yourself in this predicament, our friend Mark gave us this piece of paper. I truthfully do not know exactly what it says yet, but it is essentially a document from an official in the Mexican government saying that this behavior is not good and the person you are meeting is willing to work with you to properly resolve the situation at hand. And to help you guys out, we're going to put a copy of this document on our website, outliersoverland.com. And the link will be in the video description below. Okay, this is our second military check.
Hola.
Oh, hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien, ¿de dónde viene?
San Ignacio,
Coming from?
Bahia de Los Angeles.
You can open?
Okay, don't be spooked. Just wants to take a peek inside. Oy, gracias. That flew out of that pocket knife flew out when we hit that speed bump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, did you survive?
I did. We did a good, thorough inspection, and we actually kind of had a conversation in there, just chatting away about the travel. Just good people doing their job.
We have made it to our final destination for the evening, San Ignacio. This is a little town that is kind of on the spine of Baja. Definitely more in the mountains, not down by the water. but it's about 3:30, so we're doing a great job of getting off the road at a reasonable hour. We're gonna grab a bite to eat and find a place to stay. So they're closed for the evening, but if you come through this town during the day, you can stop here for an amazing taco lunch.
This is an awesome little oasis. We need inflatable kayaks, honey, or 1 2-seater. Well, this is our first time coming down into the center. Oh, those speed bumps. Oh, goodness. They are just hidden. They are not painted, guys. What a great point to prove in this video. Yeah, so this is our first time coming down into San Ignacio.
See a really cool church.
Yeah,
on the right.
it's beautiful.
Oh, look at this little square.
Wow.
This is awesome.
This will work. I guarantee we'll find
Ooh.
something here.
And here's the church, guys. Look at that. This is so cute. Like, you would never know this exists from the highway. It just looks like there's the Mercado and those little restaurants up there, and then there's this amazing square when you get down here. I'm totally impressed.
Oh,
Mira,
wow.
todos hechos por las manos de nuestra gente. We make it with our local hands.
Okay.
I think we can pick up some dessert.
Yes.
Yeah.
When do you buy one, do you make a lot of support with the local family? This only for short time for
Yeah.
with season wells. You know?
Okay. Beautiful. What do you recommend? What's your favorite?
I have the olive with dates. This is very good.
Yeah.
And this is a pie and cheese. This is a crackers. This is a piña apple and a strawberry. This is so good. It's very
Ooh,
good.
yummy.
With apple empanada and the bread with dates.
Okay.
And the bread too and with dates. This is with the guava. Everything tastes very good.
Wow.
I really like it, but everything's so good.
Oh, the decisions. Dessert before dinner.
Yes.
Uh-oh, it's margarita time.
Get the Kleenex.
Somebody starts crying from happiness when she drinks margaritas in Baja. Nothing says Baja food like fish tacos.
This looks relaxing. Peaceful.
It does. Camping?
Yeah.
How much?
It's 180
180? ¿Dónde?
anywhere, pero that is busy. Es posible. Other or here.
I think this will do just fine. This is the view from our campsite tonight. We've always wanted to stay on this little lagoon. It's very inviting, looks so peaceful. It's nice and cool tonight too.
Well, camp is set up. Awesome little place. This video is a wrap. Thanks for riding along with us today. We're gonna be picking this camera up tomorrow and bringing you guys along. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and we will see you on the road.